talk. I gotta tell. I got.
What is happening today?
What to say? Where the rest at?
I'm trying to see,
talk.
man.
I gotta tell what I feel. I gotta talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it. I snapped your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God-given. Only thing I gotta do is just show up.
The nerve, the audacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet.
What is we talking about? You want to be good or great? And then make me remember, I'm trying to be great. You hear me? Great.
What's up, people? Welcome back to the Prophecies. Without vision, there is no understanding. And without understanding, there is no vision. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Like and share the video, all that good stuff. Tonight's topic is going to be, are there rules in a relationship or a situationship? And I'll break that down in a second. But shout out to everybody who tuned in last week for our Are You Dumb topic. That was another great episode. Shout out to the whole crew. I think the new mom is here now, and we're waiting on a couple others. So just bear with us, but we're going to put on for y'all tonight, man. How you doing, new mom?
I'm doing good. Good. Yeah.
All right, we still got to meet up. You still got to get your merch, man. Prophecies merch.
Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. You know, you got to remind me of.
Right. I know you got new mom brain. It's
no,
all right.
I really do. I really do.
I know you got new mom brain. It's all right.
Among other brains, because full-time, one job, business,
Right.
it's too much. It's too much to remember. Yes.
Right. All right, so tonight's topic is going to be, are there rules in a relationship / situationship? And we want y'all to join in the chat in the comment section as well. But I'll give a little background of where this came from. So I was watching a show, and they were discussing a situation where I'm going to say a lack of full transparency was. So in this instance, a guy and a girl were together for some time or not, and he was explaining to her, as long as you always give me full transparency, then I'll be good. So the issue was, she told him about a friend that she had who she considered a bro now, but this was an ex, but she never disclosed the information about this being an ex. So when it all came out, it was because she said, well, the guy was feeling like she was acting a little bit different around that dude. So it came out that they never actually did anything as far as like sex, but they did like kiss and hug, like little fondling here and there. So the initial question, because there's a lot of layers in this shit. So the initial question is, would this be a deal breaker for you in a relationship because someone didn't tell you the full truth about an ex?
Would it be a deal breaker?
Right.
Yeah. Because what you lying for? What are you lying for?
What are you lying for?
No, because, and here's why. Because if it ain't nothing serious,
Right.
what you lying for? So if I feel like if you can lie about something so simple, so trivial, like there's a lot of stuff you gonna be lying about. And so let me tell you, and it's so funny, not funny, but I've had the experience where I'm friends with an ex.
Right.
And I've been friends with this person for 20 years.
Right.
We were together for 7 out of 20 years that we've known each other. any of my relationships, if I start a relationship, I tell the person, I tell everybody about this person. Whether or not you want to stay or whatever, I feel like it's just respect
Do you
for you
give
to
them
give
the
somebody.
full? Do you give them the
Yes,
full
I tell
context?
them. Yes, I do. I tell them we
And
related.
how early on are they getting the full story?
If we are deciding to be serious,
Right.
and if I'm just we just doing whatever, I don't need to tell you nothing. First of all,
Right.
that's my business.
That's a fact.
We link up. That's it. That's all. What I'm telling you all that for. But if we're taking it seriously, and I'm like, okay, I can see myself with this person, we're gonna probably most likely work into a relationship. Yes, I'm telling you, because I just feel like I've been in situations where people didn't tell me who somebody was, and then now I'm looking crazy, and I don't like that. I'm not you're also not giving me the space to be able to decide if I want to deal with that. I've never want to be that type of person, so I'm telling every single person. So you're gonna get that time to be like, okay, I don't think I can deal with this. Let's get that out of the way now before we develop something, and then now you like, oh, I don't know about bull. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I'm very honest, and I don't give a damn. So. I don't, because at the end of the day, a motherfucker can't never say I ain't telling.
Right. So
and I'm gonna always stand on it. So you can't say, "Oh, I didn't say," or "You wasn't." No, I told you, and you decide to stay. Now you want to be acting all weird. That's your problem.
So it's the lie that's the deal breaker.
Yeah, it's a lie that's the deal breaker for me, because I know it's that easy to say from the jump, because it's easier to tell somebody you ain't really developed nothing with, right? You know what I'm saying? It's harder when you develop things. You like, damn, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Tell me in the beginning. Give me that space. And also, you don't respect me enough to be able to make a decision on my own. I don't like that. No, it's a deal breaker. Bye.
I cannot. So what if we kissed during spitting the bottle when we was kids? I gotta tell you that because we're still friends.
No, that's crazy.
I'm asking. I'm trying to get the context here. No,
I mean, if it's okay, kid stuff. No, that's crazy. Adult stuff, yes, we're adults now. We more adults than we are kids. Like,
so that's what I mean. Like, even in an adult situation, we were at a party or whatever, and we fooled around a little bit, but nothing else happened. I gotta tell you that.
Yeah, if I'm going to be around this person, or this person is around, yes.
This is one day. One thing happened 10 years ago. I gotta tell you that.
Yes. Like, what are we talking about? All right, tell me specifically what happened.
We were at a party. We fooled around a little bit. Like, we was dancing
around.
We was dancing close. I might have been nibbling on her neck, rubbing her butt, whatever. Yeah, but nothing happened. I gotta tell you that.
Yeah.
This is outlandish.
And you ain't gotta. Okay. You telling me don't necessarily mean I'm good. Okay, even though I'm like, no, you better tell me. I'm not saying it in a sense of like, you going to tell me and I'm going to say fuck you. I didn't say that. I said you still got to tell me. I still be like, all right, whatever it is, what it is, like whatever. It ain't go nowhere, whatever. It just give me. That's what I'm saying. Give me that space to decide on if I want to, continue on what we got going on.
But what if I'm not telling you out of deceit? What if I'm telling you out of I forgot about that shit?
How you forget? Because
that shit was 10 years ago. You know how many girls I've seen and talked to that's fucking time?
All right, because you like to hear me say paint the picture. Right, let's create the scenario, T. So how did I find out then? If you forgot how I found out, somebody else said it. Somebody was like, "Oh, remember y'all was dancing."
Yes. Somebody else may have told you, or she might have let it slip out. But I totally forgot about that shit because it didn't mean nothing to me.
All right, I'll maybe be able to be. I'm gonna still look at you like that's a little bit of an orange flag, maybe not red.
Not orange flag.
not like a dark orange, more like a little light orange. You know what I'm saying? I still might be like, all right, okay, you might have forgot. That was a long time ago. I'm forgetful. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, all right, I'll take that. But to just like be like, well, I ain't tell you because I ain't want you to get mad. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, a lot of times it could be just because I didn't tell you because I knew that now you might like. A lot of girls will say, well, I don't want you to be friends with her no more.
No, I 100% agree. I feel like me personally, I'm a rare breed. My situation has always been like weird to most people. Like what? But I'm like, it's my situation. It's the circumstances. It's a lot behind it. It's a whole story. You know what I'm saying? But people who know, like, yeah, that we first of all we forgot like they was even together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really how that situation had. Sorry, you know I got to check on the boy. All right. Listen. But yeah, most of the time, yeah, somebody is gonna be like, what? No, but no, I definitely get it. But like I said, I'm a different breed. If I'm dating somebody and they be like, oh yeah, you know, cause to me, it's similar to when somebody's like a divorce or in like a co-parenting situation. Like you can coexist with somebody that you dated before. Like you can look at them and never want anything to do with them ever again, sexually or anything like that. I know what that feels like. My situation wasn't necessarily a marriage that didn't work out and then we got kids. It just feels like that it really is kind of similar to that. So I just feel like people don't look outside of like, oh, once you've had sex with somebody, you're going to always think about that and you're going to always have feelings. And I don't think that that's true. I think that you can still have something platonic even after being with somebody. Like I just think that that's crazy that y'all can't look at that like that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, so I want to ask you, when are these rules established? Like when you first start talking to somebody, do you initially be like, these are my deal breakers, these are the rules, all right, we're gonna be monogamous now, so this is what I expect from you? Is that even a conversation or a thought to say what your rules are, or do you have rules in a relationship? Happy birthday, Blake.
Listen, because when he get too quiet, let me let the boy be in eyes view.
Right.
Sorry, y'all. So, okay, I think it depends because sometimes when you first start talking to somebody, you might not think it's really gonna go nowhere or whatever, right? But when you do get to me personally, when I get to a point where I'm like, okay, actually, I'm a real heavy talker, as y'all can tell. I'm a real heavy talker. So in conversation, I don't know what type of conversations y'all be having when y'all be talking to people, but I talk about a lot of shit, a lot of serious stuff, because I want to get all the serious stuff out the way. I don't want to prolong conversations. I kind of want to know what we doing from the beginning. So if I feel like, all right, I don't even want to deal with no type of drama, what you got going on from the beginning. So I already have most likely had conversations about my deal breakers or just conversation. We just asking each other about certain things within the first month, whether it's going to go into something serious or not, because I like to have conversations with some type of substance in there, like, you know what I'm saying? So I want to get an idea of where the person's mindset is early on. Now, if it's just a situation where I'm kind of like, no, I probably just want to just have sex with bull, I don't even care about none of that. But if I do want to like develop, I do want to get to know you. So those are the conversations I will be asking.
Okay, so you would be an example of a person who has the conversations before it happens.
Yeah, of course. Okay. I don't like to be confused and like I don't like a whole bunch of unknown.
Okay.
I like to be able to figure that out beforehand, before it happened. Like I'm a pre-planner type person. Right. I don't like just running into shit.
So something happens, you come across one of your friends' IG pages, and you see he liked a substantial amount of pictures. Mm-hmm. Would this be a rule or a situation that we ought to talk about?
Okay. Because it's very all right. It's similar to something that I've experienced that before, and I didn't really. I feel like okay, likes to me, it don't have to be that deep. I think sometimes it does depend on the pictures.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, the booty was out a little bit,
Yeah, don't like my friend shit. Don't do that. But
I mean, unbeknownst, he don't know that this is your friend. This is a general situation. He don't know that this is.
So I go. So you saying like when we first started talking, right? And then we exchanged Instagrams, and then I decide, All right, let me go stalk your Instagram.
No,
Then
I'm saying y'all could be talking for a while, but I don't know all your friends. You got a lot of friends.
Yeah.
So I don't know all your friends. So unbeknownst to him, this is your
all
friend.
right, from experience, because that actually has happened, and I think about it. Because I was working somewhere, and then I realized that me and a girl, I realized the girl knew, the person I was with, and then I realized, he liked a lot of her pictures. I didn't really feel like it was a conversation I need to have.
Okay.
To me, it wasn't that serious. Like, you like what you, that's what I'm saying. Likes to me aren't that serious. Like,
right.
Maybe they should become serious.
I can't.
Consider the outcome of their relationship. Anyway, but they're not because likes don't necessarily equal to more things. I'm not saying that they can't, but I'm not gonna blow some shit up just because you like the picture.
Right.
Her body nice, whatever. I like pictures of guys, they look nice or whatever. Like, I'm not, to me, that is serious. Now, if likes turn into conversation turn into something else, then we have a problem. But I'm not gonna blow some shit up over just because, you like the picture. Her ass do look nice. Whatever. It is what it is. I like the picture too. Both our shits is on here. Thank you. But like I said, it depends on what comes after that. If conversations start and I'm like, okay, we got DMs in here, we got eyes, we got her eyes, we got are you doing too much, dog? Then that's the topic of conversation.
Right. All right. So what are the rules in being friends with an ex? Like, can we go to lunch? Can I go to her crib? Is she calling me too late? What are the rules when somebody's friends with an ex? Yeah, put some thought into this one. because
like I said, I got a situation like that.
Right. And I want y'all to answer in the chat, in the comments.
Please answer in the chat.
Yes. What are the rules in dealing with an ex, being friends with an ex?
I think it depends on what it's looking like. And you can tell if somebody is strictly platonic and it's just really some friendship shit, or if it's like, y'all a little too close. I think it just depends on the circumstance. So I can't give like just a yes or no answer. But yes, I do feel like, you're not going to be calling me 1:00 in the morning for no reason. It got to be an emergency, honey. What are we doing here?
Okay.
You the worst person to ask the question. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
what's the problem, Jennifer? Like, why are you the worst person? Like, so
because she probably got a similar situation to me. I'm cool with my ex. Like, I'm that's my dog.
Right, but what I'm saying is, how can we define the stipulations? It's like, all right, so somebody saw your guy having lunch with his ex. Is that too far? He didn't tell you. He just happened to have lunch.
Yeah, if it's secretive,
it wasn't secretive, it just happened.
What do you? Okay, you ain't tell you. It just happened. Hey, I saw such and such. I'm about to sit down and have lunch. That ain't no just happened. You couldn't text me and tell me.
So I gotta text you and tell you that.
Yes.
Because
I would do that. I would do that. I would be like, yo, I ran into such and such. We about to get some drinks, and I would be like, yo, you trying to come down?
Right.
You trying to meet us? All right, well, we just gonna hang out. FaceTime me, call me, whatever. Like, that's my situation though. I can do that. I can be like, yo, you trying to come with us? Da 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 da. If it's a situation where it's like it's always y'all and no, because I've had a situation where literally my ex and the person I was with, they cool.
Right.
Busted up, talk whenever. They hung out before.
Right.
That's my situation though. Everybody can't do that. Everybody not, you know what I'm saying? And not saying that you can do that with everybody, because that I can't say that if he had an ex that they was together, whatever, it might not have been the same situation. And the reason why is because it depends on how people move. If you know me and you know my situation, you seen the situation, you understand, because you like, it's no way. Like, we know it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Literally, we all be together, da 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 da. So with that situation, I feel like, yeah, because the same way you can sit up there and text and you can text me like, yo, I ran into such and such. Where you're being secretive is the reason behind you being secretive.
Right. I'm speaking to the not being secretive. Like
Yeah.
Life. I'm speaking to life just happening. So I just happen to be out at Fat Tuesdays, whatever it may be, and she just happened to be there, and we just start talking and kicking it.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. But
Because
when you come home, it needs
see?
No, I'm saying no, because here's the thing. Just because why would you not say, if you seen anybody, you're gonna be like, oh, I ran into such and such.
No, not necessarily. If I'm out and I see one of my friends while I'm out, I'm not necessarily coming home and tell you everybody that I fucking talked to while I was out.
You're right.
And that don't mean I'm being secretive. That just means I was outside.
You right. But to eliminate somebody else coming to tell me, no, I'm playing. All right, you right. You right.
All right, so let's go through a couple of these comments because they brought up a couple of good things.
Okay.
All right, so Angelia is saying you can be friends, but you can't spend no time with them. And constant communication is a no as well. It's only on a need-to-know basis.
Okay.
I think that's a bit extreme and not real life and policing the person, but I mean, to each his own. To each his own. To each his own. Don't police me though. All right. Slaughter Gang, what up? Nadine said
meet that. Yes. Oh, sorry.
I don't necessarily.
How long?
Nah, just saying meeting the ex.
Oh, okay.
Just meet the ex, so you know none of that is an issue.
Yeah.
I don't think that necessarily equals to it not being an issue because you can meet the ex and they can still be fooling around.
I agree.
So that's not a necessary answer, but I mean I guess you could say.
But if it ain't nothing going on and all that, you should, because if that's supposed to be your friend, why am I being your friend?
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
But you're right though, because people be on some foul shit where they will smile in your face and be like calling you sis and everything, and y'all be in your house and they be cheating in your house. You sleep and they in the den. You know what I'm saying?
They in the den. They in the den getting it in.
Yeah. Put that on the shirt.
They in the den getting it in.
Yes, no, for real. That really be going on.
All right, this story has a couple layers to it because
here we go.
I'm just saying, I gotta give you the information. So this one guy was saying, I don't even want my girl or my wife to work because I don't want her to be around other men for that long amount of time. What's your thoughts on that? Just because he said, once you be around somebody, that's a lot of time. You start, building friendships, and that could turn into whatever in XYZ.
Just say you insecure, sir.
That's what I thought.
And it's so crazy because it sounds like another ex.
How many exes? Goddamn.
I'm 34. Don't do me. It's a lot of them. Like, what? It's like, no. No, my one ex was so jealous and he tried to be so controlling. He felt like he didn't want me coming in contact with any male. Like, he didn't want me saying hello to people. He didn't like me talking to the damn Uber driver. I couldn't even say good morning. Couldn't say. He didn't want me to. I did what the hell I wanted. But he had a problem with and he felt like this was literally what he said. He said, he felt like any male that comes in contact with me is going to like me. I was like, I'm flattered, but no. I was like, I understand that you feel like because I'm a pretty girl that I may be attractive, but that don't mean every male is going to like me. That's crazy. I'm not everybody's type.
Plus, you're supposed to trust your person.
He did not trust me. He did not trust women at all. I thought, and that's the thing too. I thought it was because when he said he had trust issues, right? in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, because he told me in the beginning he had trust issues. I'm like, all right, well, I know me. I know I don't give any man a reason to not trust me because I'm a very honest and open person. I'm not, I don't be on no shit. But he was somebody who had insecurity issues. He was very jealous. So it's like you can't really do too much with a person like that. No matter what you say, they already concocted something in their brain. So whatever you say, it doesn't matter anyway.
All
I
right.
can tell you every single thing that happened. You still gonna be like, I don't know. It sound crazy. Like,
right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't do the insecure shit. I see you in the chat, Jennifer, saying if it was a woman, would I feel the same way? Let me see what this says. Would I be mad if the woman did that same thing and didn't tell me? No, I wouldn't be mad because I don't police grown-ups. So I let grown-ups do, like, long as I'm taken care of, I'm not monitoring you not telling me that you ran into an ex. Like, that's not going to be an issue for me. Like, first of all, I'm way too cocky and conceited to give a fuck about it. It's like that kind of shit just doesn't bother me because I don't, like, my brain doesn't work that way. My brain doesn't work that way. All right, so does the same rules apply to an ex being friends with an ex to being friends with a coworker?
What you mean?
Does the same rules apply, like 2 a.m? Why you calling at 2 a.m? Why y'all staying out so late? X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, like what? Well, certain things are just not appropriate when you're in a relationship. Okay. Going back to the rules thing, right? So, yeah, it's the same thing.
Jennifer, it has nothing to do with being an open thing. I'm not like a controlling, possessive person. I know y'all deal and talk to, and we gonna get into that, but I'm not.
I can see you in an open marriage.
I could see me in an open marriage too, but that's not what I'm looking for. But all I'm saying is, I'm not like I'm not a controlling, possessive person. All right,
me neither.
Yeah, so then he goes on to say, well, every time she gets dressed, she comes to me first to get my approval.
Who do you be watching? Like, do you go? I feel like you go and get these people and bring them back because I'm gonna start snapping.
Right.
Okay. All right.
No, not only you. Look, not only you.
The whole team.
I got triggered by a lot of this shit he was saying. I got triggered by a lot of shit.
Was this the same person that was saying some crazy stuff the last time we was on here? It's the same person.
No, this is a different nigga. This boy is younger. No, this is a different nigga, and he's younger. Yeah, this is a different nigga, and he's younger.
Hey, I just feel like, and the fact that women just be like, yeah, I'm cool with this. That's crazy. So she got to get approval for basically everything.
What's up, CT?
Hey, T.
Right.
Hey, everybody.
So she got to get approval.
Are you dressing different?
Am I dressing different?
Right. Are you dressing different in a relationship?
It depends. Cause I gotta be comfortable in what I'm putting on now. Like you, if there's a limit.
CC here yet? CC?
Yeah, you can't hear me.
You on here?
I can't. And nobody hearing.
Now how the host off? How the host get kicked off the show? Y'all see this craziness? Well, he was basically saying that this guy said that his woman, every time she gets dressed, she has to come to him first and basically get approval. So that's where we at in this conversation. And I had to ask him, like, what do he be watching? Because every time I turn around, he brings these crazy quotes or statements that these men are making.
Right. It be some off the wall stuff too. Like, where the hell this come from?
That's
like,
what I'm
these
saying.
People really exist, but they really do be existing. Because there are men that are like that.
Yeah, 100%. It's a lot of them, and he always find the ones that are willing to talk about it. That's what it be.
That's
you
true.
hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all that these niggas exist.
Yeah, that's what I just said. They do exist for real. But for me, if I feel like if there is an uncomfortability with my partner with something that I have on, like it's not comfortable for me, but it's like out of respect for my partner, then okay, I might change my clothes because I don't want him to be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But he got to know too, like, listen, I don't know where you got this insecurity thing going on, but we secure over here, so cut the shit.
And his body going body. this body going body. Man. This is what I'm trying to say, man. I don't be saying it to like say that I'm in approval of open relationships, open marriages, and shit like Jennifer said. Try to call me out on that. What I'm saying is I'm not a controlling or possessive person. If my lady wants to dress sexy, I'm good with that because I want to see her dress sexy.
Right. And she's comfortable in the skin she's in. You don't want your woman to feel insecure based on your insecurities. And then you met her. Y'all done went on a couple of dates. You done seen her a couple of times. You done seen how she dressed. So now when you get her, don't be trying to change the way she dressed and change how she shows up on her own because you feel insecure about it. Like, oh yeah, I bagged her and she had that on. I don't want nobody else to get her. Well, sir, you were already chosen. So no worries. And but I mean, it be like that sometimes.
And there's some women who can handle themselves. Like some women can't like handle themselves when they dress a certain way and they get a certain amount of attention. Some women, they good.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, I do feel like there still is going to be some difference in when you're in a relationship as opposed to when you're single. Because when you're single, you are like, depending on where you are, you checking for the man. You checking to get, you know what I'm saying, to find a man. So you're going to wear certain things. But when you're in a relationship, you're not checking for nobody. There's certain things you won't wear. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Before I go through this list, I want to ask Cece, since she just joined us. First of all, how you doing, Miss CNoStress?
I'm doing well. I got some good sleep. Last week I had jet lag so bad. Like, I don't think I slept that long in a long time, but it was needed. So yeah, but I'm back. I feel rejuvenated. I'm ready for these conversations. So yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking.
All right. Do you have any set rules on your guy being friends with his ex?
Yeah. Cause for what?
I can't. Look at you. I can't.
I knew she was gonna be the total opposite. I knew it.
I can't. Not cause for what? Cause we friends.
Nah, but y'all done already talked about all the shit y'all need to talk about. Y'all done did what y'all needed to do. You want some advice? You need to go to your boys. You don't need to go to your ex-woman for nothing.
What if him and his ex are like cool platonic friends, and he's not going to her against you? They just happen to be friends before he met you. He gotta did that?
Now, okay, so not all the way, but there are limits.
So you like Angelina, no spending time together, no constant communication.
Right. and let me tell you why I say that, because I've had exes that are friends and we're like real life friends. It's like like you said, platonic. Like there's nothing going on. I literally can call them or they can call me and we can have real genuine conversation where we are able to like give each other good advice or whatever, you know. So in that type of situation, okay, cool. Maybe. Until you cross, if you cross a line, then there's a no. Like then it's a no.
What is the line? Like
the line is
the rule?
I don't know, because let me just have a little transparent moment, honest moment with y'all. So before I got in my relationship, I was cool. Like I don't care about your friends. I have friends. We don't give a shit.
Every
you know
time,
what I'm saying?
every time we take the step forward to be in a relationship, now you want to take away all my freedoms.
Yeah, and it's like, wait, hold on, player, because what you want me to do is not what you're doing. So you can't expect me to do something that you're not doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, now I'm at a point where hell no, you ain't got no goddamn friends. Cause X who? You know what I'm saying? X what? You know what I mean? But beforehand, it's like I wouldn't trip about stuff like that because I'm fine with who I am, where I am. I was chosen. I was chosen. So I don't really have worries. You know what I mean? But when it gets to a certain point, sometimes you do have to cut that shit off.
So y'all agree that there should be implied or conversed rules once you get set in a relationship? Both of y'all agree to that?
Yeah, for the boundaries' sake. Because it's like, who wants to go into a relationship like we have rules? Like, no,
that's what it sounds like.
I know, but it's like, what it sounds like. Yeah, I mean, well, whatever. Cool. We'll just leave it there.
It's not rules. It's just like you said, boundaries. It's non-negotiables. It's just like this is your preferences.
Yes.
You have every right to be like, I ain't with that shit. All right, well,
right. I either choose to deal with it or I don't. Either I'm gonna respect that boundary or I'm gonna cross that boundary and see what you do. And if you cool, nigga, I'm cool.
See, I don't believe in putting rules on grown people. I believe in
that's why you need to be in an open relationship.
Stop it, Tia. Stop it. Listen, I don't believe grown people should have rules placed upon them because we waited all our fucking life to be grown, not to go back to following fucking rules.
Right. Like, whose rules?
So you don't have no rules in when you're in a relationship?
No, I don't do
but
rules.
You don't have no like, all right, you can't, I'm not with this or I'm not with that. Nothing. You just like, do you, whatever happens.
Give me an example, Tia. Give me an example, Tia.
Don't do me. Don't do me. So say, okay, damn, I can't even think of that. See, I'm becoming you. Oh my God.
I can't.
Let me think.
Somebody give me an example, man.
Yeah, we gotta give T an example.
Somebody give me an example, people.
Okay, so when you're in a relationship, your person can just because this is, I feel like people be getting away with this. So you're in a relationship, like y'all in a relationship, not just in the talking phase, y'all in a relationship. Your person could just go 3 days without talking to you.
I do that.
Yeah, I don't like you.
That's not an issue for me.
Why do you do that?
Because sometimes I get busy, sometimes they get busy. Sometimes
you ain't that damn busy.
Not even
3 days.
Listen, not even, you might not be that busy for the full 3 days. Sometimes time is moving faster than it used to. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but time is moving faster than it used to. You go through a day like nothing.
Oh, shut up.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
And
so
communication is better than it's ever been.
That's not necessarily true for everybody. Everybody's not a communicator.
And okay.
Everybody's not a communicator.
You need an open marriage.
Some people like to talk and some people don't. Everybody's not a communicator.
You ain't gotta talk to me all day, every day, but you just not gonna say nothing, bitch. I'm about to put in a whole missing person report after that. Like what?
It was 3 days. It wasn't 3 months.
3 3 days. The man, what they say? All right, you know what?
See, okay, so
You
look,
stressing me out,
that's
T.
I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is. I do that
see, but
easy.
hold on, let me put a little clarity on that because Tia, for him, that would be okay. Like he cool with that. But for his girl, she might not be cool with that.
No, I've been
So
in
that
situations
being one
where
of her
listen,
rules,
wait, CC, I've been in situations where she cool too, because she busy
that's
too.
fine, T. That's
We
fine.
both
That's fine. But just
busy.
for the sake of the
Right,
conversation
go ahead.
and having the rules,
Hmm.
you could be okay with that, but she could not be okay with it. So for the sake of the rule or the boundary, this is something that I'm not okay with you doing,
Right.
which means for her, it's like, okay, this ain't somebody I want to deal with because he's not going to call me for 3 days and he cool with that. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I need to speak to you on a daily basis. Like, I need
Okay.
to talk to you in the morning or at least once a day or before you go to bed. Like, let me know that you're okay. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
she won't deal with that because that's a rule or a boundary that he's not willing to like sacrifice, I guess, or
Okay, let me preface it
whatever,
like
however I'm
this.
trying to put that.
Let me preface it like this. If that was a thing for her, I'm cool with that. Like I could work with you. If that's
Okay.
if that's a thing that bothers you, I will work with you. What I'm saying is, if we're both cool, we both cool. Like,
You right, but that's why I'm trying to figure out because you're crazy. I'm trying to figure out
I'm crazy.
what is it that you just not for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we talking about
That's what I'm
boundaries and stuff.
saying.
What is it? Tell us. You just out
So
here
she,
just free for all? Like you have
No,
nothing that you just not budging on?
no, it's not.
what's
And
one of your boundaries, T?
I don't. That's what I want to say. I don't think it's necessary that I don't believe in boundaries and rules to grown people. I believe that you should govern yourself as a grown person. That's what I believe.
Yeah, but when you're in a relationship, there's still no boundaries.
How can I put a boundary on you? You're grown.
You making us
Well,
sound so horrible.
I'm not making it hard. It sounds
You making
crazy
us
to me. It sounds crazy to me when you try to tell a grown
no,
person
see,
what they
that's
can and
him.
cannot do.
it's
That's
not
T.
that.
That's T. Because he cool with that. He cool with we just gonna do what the fuck we want to do because that's what we can do
No,
because we grown.
no.
Well,
It's
you
not
just
about. Wait a minute. Now. Let me explain. It's not about being cool with you doing whatever you want to do. I know that I'm not trying to control you. Is what I'm saying.
right, but in the instance that there
I'm
are
not
no
saying.
boundaries,
Look,
listen. If
look,
you came, if you go and you say, "Hey, we're in a relationship, there's
right.
no boundaries," and she'd be like, "Okay, cool. I'm finna go fuck on John, and I'm finna go
No. What
go
I'm
do this and go do that."
what I'm saying is I'm not saying it's a free for all. Go do whatever you want to do. I'm saying you're a grown up. You should act like a grown up who's in a relationship. I shouldn't have to police you.
Okay, so then for the sake of the rules, what are the rules
There
of
is no
acting?
rules.
Hold on, T. Because what you saying is you should act accordingly because you're in a relationship. But
Right.
when you say I don't have no rules, where's what's the example of the relationship? How do we know that we're gonna like how do you know that she's going to act like a woman in a relationship? Because when you're in a
Wait a
relationship,
second. Wait a second, CC. Who you chose?
yeah, but T,
This
it's
is
just kind of
discernment on
hard.
who
It's
you
kind of hard to
chose.
digest.
No, this is discernment on who you chose as a person. If you
All right, with
chose,
the alignment and all of that. All right, we
yes.
got it.
If you chose the right person, they're just them being who they are not going to be doing wild shit because that's not who they are. You don't have to police them because they are already who they are. That's what I'm saying.
Clock that T. All right, T.
I'm not putting rules on a grown up. Like that sounds crazy to me. That sounds crazy. I'm sorry, it sounds crazy to me. You can't put rules on a grown up. Grown people go do whatever the fuck they want to do. You can try to put rules on them, and you can try to hamper them. But if they really want to do some shit, they going to do it. You're not in control of that, and I know that, so I don't stress my brain about it. That's why a lot of times people be in the house like, where they at? Where he at? Why ain't go? I don't be doing all that shit. I got other shit to
I
do.
see you when I see you.
Yeah, I got other shit to do.
And it better be respectful, bitch.
And
No,
it
I'm
better be respectful. I cannot, man. All right, let's go through a couple of these things that people have on their relationship rule list.
you put it in that Facebook chat?
No, I just got it here. I just found it.
Oh,
All right.
okay, well, let's run it then.
All right. Is there times or is this a rule for your person to have their location on?
What was it? I'm sorry.
Is this a rule or is there times where your person has to have their location on?
No.
The rule actually
I think
says
that's
always
a rule.
on.
I think that's a rule. Right? You said, is there a time or is it a rule?
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a rule, but I mean, you go, Tia. You go first.
Y'all play along in the chat too, man. Is location on all the time a rule? Go ahead, Tia.
I don't need that.
Okay.
And I'm not doing that. I used to, but this child is all over the place. I used to share my location because that was when I used to travel when I used to do hair in New York. So I always had my location on just for safety purposes. But that's not a requirement, or I don't even know how to word shit now with T, because he make it seem like we just God damn. But that's not a rule or like a deal breaker, or like I don't need to track you like that. I don't need to do that.
All right, so what you're saying is you're cool doing it for a safety purpose, but you don't necessarily need your person to do it for you.
I don't need my person to do that, because I feel like if some shit gonna pop off and where you not supposed to be, eventually it's gonna be revealed anyway, because I'm one of God's favorite or whatever. So
that's true. And I think for the location thing, I think it may start off with just safety. Honestly, it could, because some people would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you that's what it is, but in real time I really want to know where you at. But it's like there's an abuse in there somewhere, where it's like, if we do start off with it being for safety purposes, when it's turned off, then you wondering why I got my location turned off. Like, leave me alone, because it's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? You know that I'm okay, or I just got off the phone with you and I told you where I'm at. So now you don't trust me because my location off? Like, let's cut the shits.
Yeah, and it's so crazy that you said
so
that,
people
because
abuse it.
Yeah, because the one time I did have it on, like I said, for safety purposes, it was like on indefinitely, and I didn't turn it off. And then me and my ex got into it, and he found me, and we got into a fight. So
yeah, like, don't abuse it, because it's a privilege.
I'm against this just because it breaks privacy rules to me.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks privacy rules to me. If you asked me to do it though, I probably wouldn't trip, because I'm not tripping. But I'm not
nonchalant.
That's not nonchalant.
Like, no worries.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not nonchalant. It's just I'm not a controlling or possessive person. I don't believe in these kind of things.
No, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just everybody ain't as easygoing as you.
Like, I don't live based, like, my mind doesn't go to insecure places. Like, I don't operate like that. I don't have time to.
Yeah.
Nothing would get done if I did that all the time. Like,
nothing would get done. No, I get it. I get it for sure.
All right, how do y'all feel about strip clubs?
Hey, shake what your mama gave you. Let go. Shake what your mama gave you.
So y'all cool what y'all do at the strip club? Get the
yeah, shit. We finna go blow a bag. Let's run it.
Okay, I ain't mad at it. Yeah, see, it's hard for me y'all gonna have to find something for me, because I'm not gonna be like against none of this shit. Like, I don't do this rule shit, man. All right, so me and Tia spoke about the thirst trap Instagram photos. What is your answer to that, CC?
The thirst trap Instagram photos?
If he's liking too many Instagram thirst trap photos. He liking all the ass shots. He liking all the ass shots. He liking all the twerk vids. Is that an issue?
It can be. And in relationships though, that's based on insecurity. Like, you know, if I see him liking too many of the chicks with the flat stomachs and shit, and I'm over here with a fupa, like no. So what you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? But that's just a part of the insecurity. I think sometimes people get so caught up in like the visuals of social media, in relationships, period. Like the person that may cheat because of the social media thirst traps, that's a problem. And then the person that's seeing them with the likes and the comments and shit like that, like it could be an issue. But that's a part of privacy too, though, because like for one, why like I feel like I don't even know what social platform it was where it was like you liking a post. It might have been Facebook, but it's like you liking and you hearting and this and this and that, and it's like damn, like social media matter. Why y'all telling on a nigga like damn? This can't be a part of my privacy. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Stop showing everybody what I liked.
Right, like don't be telling my business.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, are y'all sharing passwords or phone key codes?
Yeah, I do that.
We can.
It's not a must though.
Okay.
Right.
It's not like, oh, you don't want to share your code because I'm not trying to go through it anyway.
Right.
But I have multiple times. But I always forget the person's password anyway. So
okay. Yours a little bit hesitant, CC.
Yeah, because I just feel like for me, honestly, like my privacy is my privacy. Don't be trying to like find shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know some shit, like we can talk about it, ask me, or you know, I feel like a conversation should be had when you're feeling away. If you feel away, then talk to me about it. And then being at my grown age, then we really gonna have to have a conversation. If there is something in there that's accurate, you know, then we can talk about it. But I feel like just that part right there is like, why are you going through my shit? Because I got notes.
Right.
I got text messages with my best friend. You know what I'm saying? I talk about your ass all the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want you to be all up in my mix. You know, so I get it for the sake of peace and for the sake of whatever, but I don't really be with that password shit myself. Cause why? Cause no.
All right, I'm not mad at that. All right, what if your person has a porn thing?
well, like a fetish or
right.
Hey, listen.
I don't care.
If I ain't affected, don't do your thing, play. Do your shit. Cause you got an idea, you saw that? Let me see. You know what I'm saying? What we talking about?
I ain't mad at it. All right. What if your person accidentally sleeps out?
Ain't no accidents.
You fell asleep.
Ain't no accident.
You don't.
Cause that what you fell asleep behind the wheel?
At whoever's house.
No, it ain't no accident.
It depends on who house it is.
Nah, Tia, I can't. No, cause who the hell
Only
house
reason
you
why
at?
I said it because I didn't fall asleep at my girlfriend's
See?
house before. So
okay, well, I mean, you
I'm
know,
a sleepy ass. I be falling asleep. I be working too many hours, and if I get comfortable and your couch comfortable,
right?
I didn't fell asleep before. That's why I'm like, who house is it?
I mean, I get it because I think I have too, but in my relationship, like, no, we not falling asleep and not calling. Cause that mean that you done fell asleep and I can't reach you, or I don't know where you at for hours.
But that's the purpose.
Now I'm concerned.
That's the
but then again, see,
asleep,
you know what? This is wild.
Why you laughing? See?
said that's the purpose of phone.
It is because she like how you fell. She like how you fell asleep and you ain't text me first because I fell asleep. The fuck.
Oh no, child. All right.
I can't. I can't. All right, so y'all are both cool. Well, Cece's on the fence, but cool with your person being best friends with the person of the opposite sex. Look at Cece's face. I can't. I can't. Yeah.
I think for my relationship right now, no, I'm not cool with that shit. Cause no.
What happened, CC? What
I
happened?
can't.
I want to know. It's a reason behind this.
Yeah, because like, you know, being friends with these exes and shit, and they be popping up like, what's wrong? Like, what are we doing? And then you know, there's a issue or situation with people that I used to talk to, and it's like we can't do double standards here. You know what I'm saying? It's not okay for you to have friends that are your exes, but I can't. Like that makes no sense. No, because while you don't want me to be friends with them, you can't be friends with these hoes, and you need to unfriend them, block them, and erase their numbers out your motherfucking cloud.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be like it sometimes like
grown ass man can't even have a contact in his phone to you. Grown ass
you
man
can no, but he could if I could.
Yeah, you could. Go ahead.
As long as I can. So can you.
Right. So y'all done had a conversation about boundaries and rules in your relationship, and now y'all here, huh?
This shit is crazy.
Can't be a double standard. I get that though. He's like,
yeah, no, it can't be a double standard. And I mean, because we're so far in the relationship, like this is set in stone now. Like there's no going back from this shit because we done already set that in stone. You know what I mean? But from the gate, I think this is why boundaries is so important, because when you don't know the boundaries with your partner, you don't know what's cool and what's not cool. And then when shit happens that you don't like, but you really like the person, and or you trying to make excuses for them, or you try to give them a path and shit like that. It's like it shouldn't be that, but so many times, because you should have set your boundary from the gate. You should have said, "Hey, I don't like this," or "This is something that I'm not okay with," or "This makes me uncomfortable." So now your partner knows this is not something that I'm supposed to do, because I respect my partner and I respect my partner's boundaries. We didn't have a certain set of boundaries coming into the relationship. So there was a lot of bullshit that happened, which is unfortunate. But then later on down the line, it's like, damn, did we even think about boundaries?
Right. That's why I asked you, Tia, do you sometimes life is going to happen for you to create a boundary or a rule?
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And I done been in some jacked up relationships, and then it's like, dang, you know, not setting a boundary. It's like, well, how could I expect that when I didn't even tell you, you know, yes or no or whatever, or how I like it or whatever the hell. So boundaries is so important from the jump. Please set our boundaries from the gate.
Yeah,
put them shit on the table.
You teach people how to treat you.
Yes.
All right, I'll tell y'all, and people in the chat know this already. I'm not allowed to say the word respect or speak on it because I have my own different ideals or views about respect. But I'll give y'all just a transparency moment. So I'm not a person who likes to place rules on things. Like I'm not, if you came in the house at 4 or 5 in the morning, like you went out with your girls and I'm not tripping because you came in the house at 4 or 5 in the morning, because normally you drunk and you trying to get it in. So why the fuck would I be upset at that? Like these are things that I don't get upset with, because why? That shit is not bothering me. I probably needed a break from your ass. Like it depends. Like why am I getting upset at these things? Why are they rules? I don't understand it. Like, you're a grown up. I can't tell you got to be in at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You grown. How am I gonna tell you what time you got to come in? Just because we're in a relationship, that's my God-given right to tell you, as the man of the relationship, you got to be in the house by a certain time. That's what you're saying to you?
It's not a matter of I'm telling you it's just about what's appropriate and what's not appropriate.
But what's appropriate?
In your mind, that's not inappropriate to
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
That's what it means. So in my mind, it is inappropriate. That's all.
So there's never been an instance where you went out, the shit might have not closed till 2 a.m. Y'all went to go get something.
I ain't say that's. I didn't agree. I didn't say I disagree. Yes, there have been times where yes, I've been out, or whatever, but I've communicated it. I have communicated like, oh, we still out, da 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 da. We stopped in Checkers, the drive-through, long as shit. I need some fries though. Right. I agree with that, but at the same time, it just depends on what's appropriate and what's not appropriate to the person and to the relationship. Like Cece said, it's certain things, certain boundaries that have to be set. Like you said, that don't mean nothing to you. It might not mean anything to you, even if the person didn't communicate either. To me, I don't have a problem with it, but you need to communicate with me because I'm calling 911. I watch too much Criminal Minds and Law and Order, so I'm always thinking about crime. I don't know, and it's just me.
That's y'all mind playing tricks on y'all.
No, it's not, because people really be out
be
here
reality.
be getting killed.
That should be real.
Is it less likely to happen or more likely to happen?
More likely.
No, the fuck it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't. I'll say this: like, I don't need the communication because normally this is like the same shit with my kids. Like, when I don't hear from you, I know you good.
That's weird.
Like, I know you good. Like, if you're calling me,
you don't care about communication.
No. If you're calling me, it's because it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Something happened. That's what I'm saying. Something happened. You're communicating with me because something happened. So if nothing happened, I don't need communication.
Not here for real. I ain't gonna hold you on that one.
Man.
I'm not gonna hold you because listen, I'm like that. Like with my kids, when they leave from their safety net, I know they're going somewhere else safe, right? And then I don't want y'all to call me. Like, don't call me, okay? Don't call me because for one, I done had y'all in the house every weekend for the last 6 weeks. And y'all done got on my goddamn nerves. Y'all done asked me 49 times to go swimming in 2 days. And I told y'all that we cannot go swimming in these 2 days. And now you have the opportunity to go swimming. Don't call me.
Facts.
Don't.
No, I get that.
Have a time. Enjoy your time. Now, if it's an emergency, cool, I will see y'all at the hospital. That's because I know that they safe. You know what I'm saying? I know they good.
You know that they're good.
I ain't pressed for them.
Shit.
No, I do know that you good because if it was a problem, you would have called me.
If I go to the club at 3 a.m. and I'm coming and you ain't heard from me or nothing, I ain't posted on my story in like 2 hours. You don't know nothing. You just cool with not knowing. You're not gonna worry at all.
No, because I didn't hear anything to be worried about.
All right, maybe it's me and these shows.
Stop watching fucking 911 and Law and Order and shit. You're a fucking grown up. You can't handle yourself outside. Then you don't need to go outside.
I'm out in these
That's what I'm saying. Don't go outside then. You can't handle yourself. Don't go outside. That's all.
I don't know. I'm just big on communication. I'm not saying a person got to over communicate. I'm not saying. I'm just saying I like conversation. I like dialect here to be able to be like, okay, to relax my mind from like, oh no, he good. And even though the nigga could be lying, matter of fact, all right, let me stop. Stop while we ahead, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. See, even that communication could be bullshit. So we putting all of this into that shit, and that be bullshit.
You right.
That be bullshit. Man.
Don't communicate with the niggas at all, y'all.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, I tell you, like when I was younger, right. I'm communicating just so I got a gauge on you. Like the fuck. So don't fall for that. Don't fall for that bullshit.
Right.
That's bullshit.
Right.
That's bullshit. Oh, you there? Oh, all right. The fuck?
You good? How long
Right.
y'all gonna be there? That's okay. Cool. Setup. That's
facts. That's the setup. Don't fall for that
Yeah,
bullshit.
it be like that.
Don't
But I
fall for
think
that
a lot.
bullshit.
I think for most relationships, though, people do want that line of communication to know that their partner is okay. Those are like the healthy relationships. For the healthy relationships, we want to know that our partner is okay. We want to know you good. We know we want to know you good. Excuse me, and we also want to know that you're having a good time. Because if you're not having a good time, you might be having a hard time telling your homeboy or your homegirl, like, "Look, I gotta go." So you might need my help. You know what I'm saying? So for healthy relationships, the most common, okay? See, because your healthy ain't the
I
most
think
common.
I think this is
But
some
for
shit
the
that's
most
made up.
common healthy relationship, the line of communication should be there. It will be there.
And now you getting on my
Because
fucking
that be a requirement.
because I'm trying to watch the game and you fucking
no, we
texting me
not.
and shit.
No, because he keep making it seem like, are we saying like, oh, communicate every hour?
Some
I'm
people be
not
doing that.
saying that. I'm not saying because if I know my person is watching the game, I'm not. I'm checking the play by play. This shit ain't over yet. I'm not talking to him. Like because I'm but I'm just talking about like here and there. That whole 3-day thing, that's crazy to me.
Oh
That's
yeah, I've
all
done
I'm
that.
saying.
I've done that, and I've done weeks before. Like I've done weeks before. Like
In a relationship,
that's a fact. That's a full fact.
You've done
how
weeks of
long did that long?
non-communicating.
How long did that last?
A long time because we both were on the same note. Like we both were aligned in that.
Was
So it's
y'all
like
in the
You're both
same state?
crazy.
yes. No, we're
Oh
not
no,
both
hell no.
crazy, Tia.
Yes,
Nah,
y'all
see, but
are.
that ain't
My
uh.
mom has done that before, and I call her crazy too.
Listen,
Yeah,
She
every
nah,
would be like, "I ain't
that's
talked to
wild
my
work.
boyfriend in 2 weeks." What?
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Everybody's not big on communication. That don't make
Well,
you a
I tell
psycho.
you what, if you ain't called me in 3 days, brother, we got a problem.
What is the
Cause
You
problem?
we
know
not
what?
going 2 weeks. That's too long. 2 weeks, and y'all in the same state. Have y'all seen each other in 2 weeks?
Maybe not.
Nah,
You
hell
know
no.
what's also too. I have a
You don't
not.
like to miss your person? Y'all don't like to miss your person?
Yeah, but
Give me
I
a
don't
chance to
need
Yeah,
miss
but
two
you.
not
full
like
weeks
that.
of
Like, what kind
nothing.
of that don't make no sense. Y'all might as well be in a long distance relationship in the
Yeah,
Navy.
y'all might as well
No.
say y'all just
Sometimes
talking.
sometimes you beefing and you're just not talking for a couple weeks.
Okay. You
It
know,
happens.
when I used to date when I was
It
younger,
happens.
like real young, if I didn't talk to, and this is probably like something crazy, but it was the truth. If I didn't talk to the person that I was talking to, that meant that nigga was locked up. I swear.
I
Every
can't.
single time. No, I'm dead serious. That's what it was. Because I was dating a bunch of hood guys or
Right.
whatever. And I'd be like, I ain't heard from him in a week. Oh, yeah, that nigga locked up. And I was right. I was right every single time. So now in my mind, yeah, now that I'm older, of course I'm not gonna not talk to my person for 2 weeks because I'm still thinking about, oh, this nigga in jail. Like I'm what? No, and I know I'm not dating that type anymore.
See, that's
No,
your trauma. That's your trauma playing
it's
tricks on
not
you.
trauma. It's
That's your trauma playing tricks on you, Tia.
I
PTSD.
think it's your trauma.
I don't have any trauma.
You got some. That's
Well, I have
why.
trauma, but it don't affect me in that
That's
way.
why you
Like,
don't want nobody to talk to you for 2 weeks. It's traumatic.
no, I didn't say that. I don't want nobody to
Somebody
talk
got
to me
on
in
your
2 weeks.
nerves real
I
bad.
said it happens. I didn't say that this was something that I was like, yo, we purposely not going to talk to each other for 2 weeks. No, I
Okay.
said it happens.
Okay.
It happens. Life happens, people. I don't believe in these rules. Y'all
Wait, but
can,
you didn't state why you don't use the word respect or what your definition of respect is.
because say if I'm talking to somebody, they could be like, T, you're being disrespectful. So it's just like this. I could be like standing out on a corner running to like one of my old friends or whatever, female, whatever, and she could be like, give me a hug or whatever. And said person will go back and be like, I saw T hugging this bitch. And I would be like, they would be like, T, you're outside being disrespectful. And I would be like, I was outside hugging Shorty. I know my capabilities. I could have been doing a whole lot of other shit. Is this is what you mad about? So this is why I have a problem when people say the word respect or disrespect, because what you think is disrespect ain't even close to what I could have been doing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just leave it at that.
Okay.
And that's how it be. And that's why people should mind their fucking business. Because any people that don't know you, but they know who you are. But you don't fucking know me. You don't know my relationship with this person. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You just running around using your big ass mouth. For what? But yeah.
Coming back to I seen T hugging all these bitches,
Yes.
girl. We were just going down the block, hugging
should
all
be
the
crazy. Should be crazy. Like, because I've been in DJ spaces, right? So there's a time where there's a picture of me, like, and two girls are hugging. We're doing like a interview or whatever, and the two girls are hugging me. So I get in trouble because the two girls are hugging me. But what wasn't said was they wanted to have a threesome, and I said no. So am I being disrespectful, or am I being respectful for not having the fucking threesome? What the fuck is happening right now? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but the respect part, the whole respect aspect just goes along with the boundaries in relationships. Period.
What is the boundary? That's what I'm saying.
The boundary is don't hug bitches that want to have threesomes with you.
We're taking a picture. What you want me to?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know that's the boundary. You know that would be disrespectful to me. So therefore, that's what you don't do, because you do respect me. So you gonna tell them, no, we can't have a threesome.
I'm about to tell you. Hold on.
No, hold on. Let me finish saying.
Go ahead.
No, we're not gonna have a threesome, and no, we're not gonna have a hug either, because that's disrespectful to my girl. And that's in you knowing that that's a boundary that you cannot cross when it comes to your lady.
See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know a hug was disrespectful.
Right, because there was no boundary.
Right. So why
there wasn't a rule?
So why am I in trouble?
Because that was her imaginary boundary.
Because it was her imaginary boundary. See, this shit, they just make up shit on a fucking spot. Fucking imaginary boundary.
That's why it's so important to put those boundaries, set those boundaries from the gate.
All right, so let's stay there as we wrap this up. Let's stay there. So, am I not supposed to hug anybody in my fucking adult life?
Well, that depends on the girl you talking to. If she feel like hugging is a bound, is some
is that even reality?
Well,
I could have been hugging my cousin. I could have been hugging my cousin.
No, I'm just saying for the person that you with, but that's why because everybody's boundaries is different.
Right.
So it's gonna depend on the person that you with.
Right.
That's what I mean. A hug to me ain't really nothing, but for somebody else, it could be something. So
right.
That's what I'm saying. It's based on perception from other people. So you're mad that other people saw it. Like, you're not even mad about the situation. You're mad that other people saw it.
But see, when you got that one that's like, babe, I know how you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know how you are. I'm not tripping. They don't know what that look like, but who the fuck
CC?
Because I know
CC, look, this is where I got. I'm glad you said that, CC, because this is where I got you. If you know who I am, right, you would know that I could have had the threesome. So why are you bothering me about a fucking hug?
Yeah, because she didn't know. Because she didn't know.
You know me. You know I could have had the threesome.
Well, but that's okay. So listen, now what the hell you doing here? Okay, because which way we gonna go? If she know you, she ain't tripping. If she know you, or if she know you, but she didn't set the boundary, then she can't be tripping. Like either way, for you, she can't be tripping. But for us on the outside looking in, she should have set the boundary and also know who your man is and know how to deal with your man. Because if you know that he can have that threesome and he ain't do it, then you know that he respects you and he loves you and he cares about you and all these other good things. But if you don't set your boundary when you don't know him, and then he crossed the boundary, then y'all need to have another conversation. So set the boundaries.
All right, my last question. And yeah, Tia, the bull did say this shit too. He said that if I'm in a relationship and me and my lady are having a debate or a discussion, I ultimately have the final say. Do you agree with that?
You know damn well we don't agree with
No, okay.
you. Not getting us riled up.
No, I was triggered with y'all. I'm just saying that this shit does exist, and niggas are really. That's why I don't like the controlling and possessive shit. I'll be trying to put y'all on to it. Like, why are you acting like that, my nigga?
Right, because that's outrageous. He's a narcissist.
He said, I have the final say, and I will push the red button, and whatever I say goes.
And he got mommy and daddy issues.
Not mommy and daddy issues.
Who is this person?
It was a young boy. His name is Mott. I'll show y'all the video. I'll show y'all a clip of the video next week. But that's what he said. That's what he said.
Well, that ain't right, because what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And if you did wrong, then it is what it is. You don't got the last word. Only way you got the last word is if I give it to you.
But the thing is, he got women who bowing down because that's how he able to move like that. That's crazy.
Right.
I feel sorry for them.
For him to even be able to say that, right?
But, and the thing is, he know them type of men. They know who they can do that to.
But
they know they can't just say certain things to any woman. They can tell, like any predator or any. That's going a little too harsh, predator. But
I like the word.
All right, like any predator, they know what they can get away with, and they can really like tell what type of female they can get away with it. This is sad because ain't no way. I'm 5'9". I wish the fuck you would talk to me like that. The hell is you talking about?
Right. How you think?
Like what?
Last word. What?
That's what
no.
I got the last word. He said y'all need to be trained, basically.
He needs to be healed.
Yeah, that's definitely some craziness.
He needs to talk to his pastor.
But some women like that.
That's what I'm about to say. Some women like that.
Ew. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, well,
well,
that's their life. Y'all can have them.
I can't.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, I just want to throw this out here because the series have y'all watched it?
I started watching it, and it was going in circles for me, and so I stopped.
Yeah, I couldn't go past the first season. It was too toxic for me.
Okay, so I'm done with all seasons. That's my shit. I'm done with all shit.
See, look, Tia, she like toxic shit.
So no, wait. So all right. Okay. So just going to the point, right? So Joe is crazy as shit. And he's really crazy, like in love, right? This is how we portray it. So when we see that he done killed 17 people just to protect me. Now, mind y'all remember he would talk to himself and be like, she needs me. She doesn't know that she's in danger and she's got to show love for herself. And she needs to know how much I love her. And he be killing all these people and shit, right? So now in this last season, Joe gets like real life exposed by a woman that's like, you're what's the word she used? Dang, I don't know the word she used, but it's like a man that doesn't like women.
Okay.
So she calling him out, like she set him up good too, made him fall in love with her. He had done killed his wife. So he thought he killed his wife for the girl that he had the affair with. And then it just was a big explosion because she's like, yeah, this is what you thought it was, but I'm exposing you because it's men like you that do things like this to women. But then at the end, when he went to prison, he got letters in the mail from women that's like, I want you to spank me. I want you to punish me. I've been a bad girl and all this shit. And it's like, dang, as much as we like Joe, because I am team Joe. I love him.
Look at this shit right here,
But
Tia.
then
Team
it's like,
Joe.
dang, I'm wrong
Team
as hell.
Joe.
Like now I'm wrong as shit for liking this nigga because he be madly in love and I like it. But then am I crazy? So what he said was maybe those type of men are not the problem. Maybe the women are the problem. Maybe it's you who is the problem that actually likes this type of shit. So it's like, whoa.
I think they both are the problem. I think they both are the problem. They both are the problem because he's doing psycho shit. And they like psycho shit. So everybody's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's the fucking problem. But CC, that's what I was saying. We're gonna keep an eye on you because you wild.
That's crazy. How many seasons is that now? 5? 4?
Yeah. And it's the last one. Well, so they say, but he went to prison and got his penis shot off. He got his dick shot off.
Okay, spoiler, damn. Even if I wanted to, it's like,
dang. Don't hold me. Don't hold me.
God damn. All right.
I hope nobody was waiting on that episode.
I hope not either, because dang, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, well, listen, it's been out for like a week now, so we should all be done.
All right, so wrapping up, y'all agree that there should be rules in a relationship.
Boundaries.
So y'all haven't given me one yet, but whatever.
You didn't ask for the boundaries.
I did. I said, give me one that y'all think I should follow.
I gave a couple. Okay. Because the boundary is no friends with exes.
Now you can't be friends with exes.
Now.
I'm friends with my girlfriend when I was 6 years old. We still friends. We cool.
Cool. Good for y'all. The lady that like you is gonna be cool with that.
We can't be friends no more. Look at this shit. It's fucking toxic, man. It's fucking toxic. This is a toxic world that we live in, man.
But that's what I mean. Shit, it's about it.
This is a toxic world that we live in. Any last words or questions, ladies?
No, other than set your boundaries. I feel like nobody should, like, if you don't like it, don't allow it. Set your boundaries. Boundaries are important because a lot of times, and boundaries are really set in place because we sometimes have to teach people how to treat us. Like Tia said, sometimes we have to teach people how to treat us because people will walk all over us if we allow them to. And when you don't know your limits, or don't know your boundaries, then that will happen to you. So at the end of the day, when you're getting into relationships or you are looking to vet people for relationships, set out what you like and what you don't like so that that person knows I can do this or I can't do this, or just set your boundaries.
Tia.
100% agree. I'm big on boundaries, whether it's a relationship, friendship, all that. I set boundaries in everything, because at the end of the day, you're gonna wind up losing yourself and you're gonna wind up living for other people too. So, and like you said, people gonna run all over you, they gonna just do you dirty. Like, we ain't doing none of that shit.
Right.
We ain't doing none of that. So when you create those boundaries, people know what to not do.
Okay.
And then you can, and then the thing is, when you set those boundaries, a person can't never say you didn't tell them. So when it does happen, they can't be like, oh, I ain't know. You knew, because I told you. You knew what it was. So then now you can't take it back, or so that means you purposely wanted to hurt me, or you knew what you was doing at the end of the day, because we're all adults. Like T said, we're adults.
We're adults.
But yeah, so that's all I got.
All right, just a quick little homework for Tia. I would like to know how many bodies you have.
Why are you in my business?
Not those kind of bodies. I can't.
You gotta be.
I cannot.
We talking about relationships. You didn't win. All right, what you mean?
Team SKU bodies. I ain't talking about fucking those kind of bodies. Where did you just go right now?
I'm like, now how I get on the spot? Why am I the one being picked on?
That was wild.
What bodies? See?
That was wild.
You said it.
I didn't mean it like that. Though.
You should have reworded it.
You
My
ain't
bad.
go fast enough, because I'm like, bodies, how many
You
bodies?
seen
What?
My bad, man. My bad. I meant like killing off people. How many bodies you got? I
What?
mean.
What you mean? Like
I don't
blocking
mean it
people?
nasty. Yes.
Oh, I don't know, child.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said think about
Everybody makes the block list.
That's
You
why
know?
I said think about it.
I don't know.
Oh man.
I had to close my robe. Like, what the hell?
That is wild.
Oh, I'm appalled.
That's funny.
That-
I'm cracking
The
up.
pearls. You clutched your
Anybody.
pearls.
yeah, that's super wild, man. Let's get into Pusha P, man. Who wanna go first?
I'll go. Jeez.
I can't.
All right, y'all. So y'all know I'm pushing products every day. Owner of Team Michelle Supply, mobile beauty supply store based in the tri-state area. Follow me on Instagram, TM Supply. The website, www.tiasupply.com. You can get your hair products and accessories delivered to you within 2 hours. So, yeah, hit me up, y'all.
Okay. All right, CC, you up.
Hey y'all, you already know what time it is. CNoStress, because I won't see none, period. I'm pushing positivity and podcast. Okay. So you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at CNoStress. And you can follow me on Facebook at Ciara Craig. That's CIARA Craig, CRAIG. Me, my mom, and my sister have mother-daughter transparent talks once a month. Our next one is in June. I think the first week of June. We got to figure out the whatever sports schedule is in June. We're gonna figure that out. But we're pushing positivity, healing, and transparent conversation. So look out for our episodes. We have one up now, and we're so proud. So yeah, hope to see y'all there.
All right, people. As always, without vision, there is no understanding. Without understanding, there is no vision. Thanks everybody for joining us on the Prophecies. Last word for Tia is I'm not rooting for Steph Curry tonight. Sorry.
Who you rooting for?
I'm rooting for Ant-Man tonight. Sorry.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm all day for my boy Chef with the pop boy, but I do like Ant-Man too, so I ain't got my jersey on. It is what it is.
Shout out to the crew, man. Shout out to Nina. Shout out to Baby Hairs. Put some prayers in the chat for Skinny. He on some old man shit. He told me his back hurt. He laid up. So somebody put too many rules on him. So,
Skinny was on that pole. That nigga fell off that pole.
I can't. But shout out to the whole crew, man. And we'll be back next week, man. Everybody have a good one. Deuces.
Bye, y'all.